Hey folks, and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at how you can use SendGrid to send email messages from PowerShell and from your automations. SendGrid is a service that allows you to send emails with your own email address, but using their services and their APIs. What this does is this helps your automations out quite a bit in that you have separate logging and security and everything built around that. So you're not actually having to authenticate with your email each time that you're going through. You're actually authenticating with SendGrid. This allows for greater security with two-factor authentication and logging and all sorts of other things to be able to have it run in a truly automated fashion. So we're going to take a look at today on how you can use SendGrid with PowerShell. And the way that we're going to do that is with the Mailazor module. So if you don't have that module installed already, you can just go ahead and run install module Mailazor and get that installed. The next thing that you need to do is we actually need to sign up for a SendGrid account. So they do have free plans out there. So if you send less than 100 messages a day, it's completely free and you don't have to pay anything for it. As you grow your automations and you want to add more things in there, right? There's additional functionality and stuff that you can add on later. So we're just going to go ahead and set up a free account. So once you've gone through and you've done all the verification, you'll have to verify your email address and your phone number. But once all that's done, then what you need to do is you have to set up a sender identity. So this is essentially setting your from email address. This is where you're going to set your from email. So this is how you specify the email address that SendGrid is essentially going to impersonate. There's a lot of information in here that you'll need to go through, especially if you want to verify your domain and things like that. Once your sender is verified, then you're ready to go ahead and set up the email integrations. So in our email API integrations guide, we're just going to do SMTP relay. So you can come in here and you can give it a name and create key. And so what this is going to do is it's going to generate a username and a password. This is what you're going to use to authenticate with SendGrid to send your emails. So if we look at how we're going to do that inside of PowerShell, right, what we're going to do is we're going to create a credential object. All right, so we can just do credential get credential. It's going to prompt me for a username. The username is API key. It's always the same from SendGrid. And then your password. And the password is the password that it generates down here for you. So now that we have that created, we can go ahead and use the send email message from Mailazor to send email through here. So we're just going to do the same from and to. This is the address that I set up as my sender identity. And then the credential is that credential object that I just created. And then obviously the body and the subject. And then the fact that we're going to use SendGrid. Go ahead and click on that. We can see that it was sent. It gets logged. If I look at my inbox here in just a minute, it should appear in there. And I've sent an email message through SendGrid. It's that easy and that simple. So we can expand upon this even more by adding attachments to it as well. So if I could come down here real quick and go ahead and create a text file just to be able to test with, then all I have to do is add the attachment parameter and give it the path to where the file is going to be. And again, send the message. The message is sent. All right, so for automation, this is pretty great. This is good. I can actually go into SendGrid and we can take a look at each time that it sends it, what the results were. All of the information is completely logged by them. To make it truly automation friendly, though, we can go ahead and create a secret as well for this credential object so that we don't have to run this get credential every time. All right, so we still have get the credential set here in our PowerShell session. So all I need to do is use the set secret, assuming that you already have the secret management module installed. But I'm going to go ahead and set a secret there. So now the next time I run this, I don't need to enter the credentials. I can get them automatically by simply adding the get secret in here and getting back the secret that I just created. So we can test it one more time. And there we have it. You're able to send emails through SendGrid. Pretty straightforward. It's just using SMTP relay. You're able to send it as your email address. There are a ton of additional settings in SendGrid that I encourage you to go take a look at. Obviously, setting up multi-factor authentication would be the first thing I would recommend. But you're also going in there and setting up your DNS records and everything like that, so you don't get flagged as spam. But if you're just using these for your own testing, your own development, your own alerting, things like that, right? Obviously, you can get around that. But if you're sending automated messages out to other individuals, you need to ensure that you have it set properly so that you aren't getting set into the spam mailbox. That's all I have for today. If you have any questions or ideas for future topics, feel free to leave a comment. If this is the type of content you like, please give it a like and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll talk to you folks next time. Thanks.